The story begins with Peter Sutherland, an FBI agent with a strong sense of duty but a troubled past. One night, while traveling on the Washington, D.C. metro, he notices something suspicious. A man leaves a backpack behind and exits the train. Instinctively, Peter pulls the emergency brake, evacuating the train just in time, before a devastating bomb explosion shakes the city. Overnight, he becomes a public hero. But instead of receiving a prestigious promotion, he is assigned to a quiet, uneventful job in the basement of the White House. His responsibility? Sit in a small windowless office and monitor a secret phone line that never rings. The phone is meant for night agents, operatives working on highly classified missions. If it ever rings, Peter's only job is to follow protocol and relay messages to the appropriate authorities. For months, the phone remains silent. Every night, Peter sits alone, waiting, with nothing but paperwork and routine check-ins to occupy his time. Until, on one fateful night, the phone finally rings. On the other end is Rose Larkin, a terrified young woman, whispering frantically. Her aunt and uncle are being attacked. She doesn't understand what's happening. One moment, they were having a normal evening. The next, masked men broke in with guns, intent on killing them. In their final moments, her aunt and uncle managed to tell her only two things: call the number and trust no one. Still in shock, Rose barely escapes the house as the assassins execute her family. Peter, sensing the urgency in her voice, breaks protocol. Instead of simply reporting the call, he takes matters into his own hands. He talks Rose through an escape route, helping her evade the killers, and arranges to meet her in person. When they finally come face to face, Peter realizes that Rose's aunt and uncle were not ordinary people. They were secret operatives, and their deaths were no accident. Someone powerful wanted them dead. Peter takes Rose to the White House where he meets Diane Farr, the chief of staff. Diane insists that Rose must be protected at all costs, and warns Peter not to trust anyone. The way she says it only raises Peter's suspicions further. Who is after Rose? And why? Meanwhile, professional killers Dale and Ellen, the same duo that murdered Rose's relatives, are now hunting her. Their orders are clear: eliminate Rose and anyone helping her. As Peter and Rose dig deeper, they uncover shocking information. Her aunt and uncle had discovered something massive, something that got them killed. The more Peter looks into it, the more he realizes. The metro bombing, the attack on Rose's family, and a much larger conspiracy are all connected. But they aren't the only ones being targeted. Elsewhere, Secret Service agent Chelsea Arrington is assigned to protect Maddie Redfield, the vice president's rebellious daughter. Maddie despises the security detail around her and constantly tries to escape their watchful eyes. But her father's powerful position makes her a target. Soon, Maddie is kidnapped, sending the entire country into a state of emergency. Her abduction isn't random. It's tied to the same deep-rooted conspiracy Peter and Rose are trying to expose. Peter and Rose continue their investigation, following leads that take them through a maze of deception. They eventually learn that the vice president himself, Redfield, is involved in the conspiracy. He, along with a wealthy defense contractor named Gordon Wick, has been orchestrating a plan to assassinate President Travers. Their motive? To remove a political opponent, Omar Zadar, a Balkan leader who threatens their control. The metro bombing was meant to be the first step in their grand scheme, but Peter's quick actions that night ruined their plans. Now, they have moved on to their next target, the president. Peter and Rose work tirelessly to uncover the full extent of the plan. When they piece everything together, they realize the attack is set to happen at Camp David. The president is scheduled to be there, and the conspirators plan to use Marine One, the president's helicopter, as the weapon. A bomb has been planted, designed to detonate mid-flight. With no time to waste, Peter, Rose, and Chelsea Arrington rush to Camp David, hoping to prevent the assassination. In a heart-pounding climax, they arrive just in time. Peter fights his way through security obstacles. Rose helps uncover the technical sabotage, and Chelsea takes charge to secure the president's safety. At the very last second, they manage to stop the attack. The president is saved. The conspiracy is exposed. Vice President Redfield and Diane Farr are arrested. Justice is served. But the mastermind, Gordon Wick, manages to escape, leaving a looming threat for the future. With the mission complete, Peter is offered a new position. He is officially promoted to a full-fledged night agent. His life has changed forever, but as he prepares for his next assignment, one chapter of his story comes to an emotional close. He and Rose, who have grown close through their shared ordeal, share a heartfelt goodbye. They know their paths are diverging. Peter is stepping into the shadowy world of espionage, and Rose must rebuild her life. In the final scene, Peter boards a plane. His next mission awaits. He doesn't know what the future holds, but one thing is certain: the world of the night agents is just beginning.